everybody. Welcome to the 10 subscriber special. Today we have a 2v2v2. V2, sorry, forgot the final V2. And I am playing the Papal States. My ally is Venice. The other alliances are Russia and Poland, France and Spain, and England and Scotland. Now this battle is very large, and I know it didn't win the poll, but I could not do any 5v5 battles of any kind on either game, Medieval 2 or Empire, which I probably should have checked before making the options, so I apologize, that is my fault. But despite it not winning the poll, I hope you enjoy. Oh, and I apologize. I do know that my strategy in this battle wasn't very good. It was very chaotic. I didn't know what was happening most of the time. Please forgive me. But I hope you enjoy. Oh yes, and my ally and my enemies are the computer, because I have no friends. So, we're gonna start off the battle with me charging my knights hospitaller into their archers. Let's see, anything else happening in the battle? No, there is not. But the strange thing is, a lot of the factions, like, I think Russia, was it that did it? Like, Russia ran a lot of their units over. Yeah. They started running, which is really strange to me. Like, why would you run? Because if Venice marching over to support me, right, to join up with me, Russia's running after them, and Venice ran some of their units too. Why would you run like 5 miles? Your troops are just going to get exhausted, and they won't be able to fight as well, and they'll break quickly. Kind of stupid on the computer's part, but I'm not complaining, except when it was my ally that ran. Because they became tired, and they weren't able to hold my flank. Like, I was kind of depending on Venice to hold off Russia and Poland, while I dealt with England and Scotland. And then once we crushed our enemy, those two teams, we could then close in on Spain and France. But, like, that didn't happen because the computer is stupid. Let's see. Anyone else really pushing hard? Poland is. I probably should have played Poland. The Polish Guard is really good. France is right there, but, like, they're not fighting each other. Are they? I don't know. I haven't really looked, like, I didn't really look way over here at all during the battle. Yeah, they do fight. Poland and France fight a little bit. They exchange a few volleys, it looks like. Yeah. Why didn't I notice this before? Are they fighting? Wait, are they fighting? No, they're charging up in tandem, it looks like. Or maybe they're trying to discharge these dismounted noble knights into the Polish Guard.
Of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Oh. Good job, Polish Guard. Okay, so they are fighting. See arrows going back and forth. Alright. Look, this is what I like about me doing replays instead of, like, the battles, because I noticed things in the replay that I didn't see happen during the battle, because I was focused on my own army. I wasn't looking anywhere else. Unless it was to assess the situation. Anyway, these Lithuanian archers pushing through these boyar sons should probably push up their Polish guard to chase them down, even though they're missile cavalry and Polish guard's heavy. Oh, that's General's bodyguard. Polish guard. Sorry. Did I give them a lot of... Oh yeah, dismounted Polish knights, not dismounted Polish nobles. Dismounted Polish nobles would have been a stupid idea, because everyone else is bringing, like, super elite infantry. And, like, they just bring spearmen. That'd be really dumb. But, this is what I was talking about. Their troops are winded. Except for their horses, because, like, they're horses and they're good at running. They're all tired and winded. And it's like they won't hold as well against, like, Venice. Like, these broken lances, which is a very elite cavalry, charging into them. They'll break pretty quickly.
Lord above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general.
There's the Scottish general dead. Ah, yes, let's go see what's happening over here. Scotland has charged into my line of Swiss Guard. They're noble pikemen, breaking pretty quickly. They're not meant for, like, hand-to-hand combat with troops with the likes of the Swiss Guard. Like, they should have sent... I think I gave them armored swordsmen. They probably should have sent those up instead. Where are their armored swordsmen? They had, like, 10 units. Here they are. Where did all their swordsmen go? Our allies there. Hold on, I'm gonna try and find their swordsmen. Where the freak are their swordsmen? There are some of their swordsmen. Huh. Oh, the swordsman just charged against my line, I think, and then got chewed to pieces by these big axes. I think those are halberds. Wow, this game is so good you can see arrows just mid-air. That's fun. I love this game, it's so detailed, but it's like kind of on the old side. It's like, what, 2006? And like, when you pause it, you could find like arrows in the air. I don't know, that's just amazing to me. No matter how disconnected the arrow is, that's just, I like the little details. Like when games have little details like that, that's just amazing. Alright, carrying on. I basically suicide charged my Knights Hospitaller through like England and Scotland. Like they get really depleted by the end of the battle. And I do lose, by the way. Just forewarning you, I do not win. I probably should have gone with something other than Swiss Guard, because they are a type of like pike unit, so they can form like spear wall because of their halberds, but they're really bad. Like these noble pikemen, they're a really good unit against cavalry, and they're excellent at like defending a position because they'll keep the enemy back.
The enemy flees the battle.
But like,
run down those worthless peasants.
In a pitched battle like this, where you aren't like, where they can easily flank you, if you can get around the giant weapon that's keeping you back, you can move in and kill them easily because the weapon isn't very good in like close combat. Like the Venetian heavy infantry, like they've got hammers, right? They've got war hammers, which are pretty good. But, like, my halberds are useless in a battle like this. So, that was lapse in judgment on my part. The crossbowmen were a good idea, however, because I am facing, right, like, my enemy is pretty heavily armored. Like, let me find some... Here we go. Here are some knights, right? So we're going to need armor piercing. So we want crossbowmen, not regular archers. The only thing regular archers are good for, like the Scots Guard or the Longbowmen, is like flaming arrows and whatnot, and like the Lithuanian archers, they can do flaming arrows, which are really good at like breaking units, and like even if it doesn't, it's trickier for their, the boyar sense charged into the Scots Guard, but like even if your arrows don't go through their armor, they will still injure them, right? It still hurts them a bit. And also, if it's flaming ammo, it could set them on fire, and it'll break them. It's more likely to break them.
The enemy are
It's
badly
not
wounded.
100%
They have
certain
lost
that fire
half their
arrows
men.
break the enemy, but like, if you're firing flaming arrows, it does decrease enemy morale.
flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
So, this is a pretty chaotic battle. It is difficult to tell what's going on, but we've got a clash of the medieval red and blue. Maybe I should do a medieval red and blue, because I did red and blue in the 1700s. Maybe I should do red and blue in the 1100s. But the dismounted noble knights are crushing these dismounted English knights. Even though they're essentially the same unit. Like, they're both carrying these warhammers. They've got, like, the same armor style and whatnot. Like, literally, look at that. That is the same soldier, essentially.
Run down those worthless
Right there and right there. That's literally the same armor as, like, right here. But they're just colored differently. That's funny. I don't know why that's funny. We got broken lances way out over here. What do you guys... That's kind of dumb. You shouldn't charge your cav so far away and then they get cut off. Because this is like... These are Spanish units and French units, Russian, Polish, and English, and like they're really separated from their army. So they can't quickly get back to it, and their army can't quickly provide support to the cav if need be. Sorry. Don't overextend your army like Venice did here. That's probably one of the... Like, yeah, they charged up their Venetian heavy infantry, but because it was so far away, and because it's heavy infantry, it got tired, right? So don't charge your cav so far away that it can get cut off and you can't provide good support for it. Like, yes, cavalry is good for harassing the enemy, but it should be supported unless it's like you don't have too much left, and you might as well sacrifice it, right? But otherwise, you shouldn't be doing what Venice is doing. Like, they're cut off from their army. This unit right here, this unit of broken lances, they're broken. The broken lances broke. They were cut off. I don't think they broke because of that. I just think it's probably because the police crossbowmen were fresh and they were tired. But like, they're cut off. He couldn't easily, or the computer, it couldn't easily send support, like another unit to support it. Something to keep in mind if you ever play Medieval 2. Don't overextend your army. That's a big stupid. So I reformed on this hill to try and like defend like this better against Spain and France. Now Spain was the real threat here. France, about half their army was gone at this point, I think. But Spain was fresh. Like they just slowly marched, right? They didn't push really hard like all the other factions did. So they were just warmed up. Or they were like fresh or warmed up. Unless they're running, which makes them winded. Do not run your units long distances. That's just a bad idea. But, like, I didn't get a chance to reform my line. Like, these guys broke. They were supposed to form up here like this to protect the flank, but they didn't get a chance to do that, and so they were out of spear wall, so they couldn't defend themselves good. They couldn't defend themselves well. Sorry, that was very bad grammar on my part. And so they broke. Like, using halberd units or pike units is a double-edged sword. Like, they're really good if you can get them in a defensive position, but like, if their flanks get exposed, they're gone. Spain running I think Spain's running these conquistadors after Poland and Russia's retreating units.
We are blessed.
There goes the Spanish general.
Dead. We have
At this point in the
captured
battle, I
Vienna.
was just trying to break their units. Like, I didn't have any other hope. Like, I was so happy when their general charged in, because even though my general was at risk of dying, so was theirs.
Move out.
Like, if I could break the Spanish and French armies at this point in battle, I would be golden.
Lord preserve us. We have lost half of our men.
And look, they're starting to break a lot more. Like, we've already got 2 breaking Spanish units. So, I think we can speed this up a little bit. Just watch the chaos unfold. My crossbowmen are exchanging volleys with the Scots Guard. And they're these crossbowmen. Sorry folks, it's pretty early. I'm a little tired, but I wanted to get this recorded. So, let's go back to normal speed and take a look at what's happening. My lines are thinning. That's what's happening. They're...
I pray the course of this battle changes.
This is
because
not
defeat
going well
seems
for me
almost
at all.
certain.
And like, they've still got huge amounts of men left. And it's basically just my one army. My one elite, yet depleted and probably tired in a lot of places. Like I almost said Scots Guard. I speak good, I swear. My Swiss Guard, like, they're still fresh, which I'm kind of confused about. They've been in battle this entire battle. They've been in combat this whole time, pretty much this whole time, and they're still fresh. I do not understand it, and I will not pretend to. But, like, so, the Swiss Guard are good, but if you can flank them, they're just garbage. Like, there's 4 of them. They're eager, they're fresh. This guy's bloody, but he's, like, this unit is still fresh. Like, the Swiss Guard are really good. They're really elite. They are the most elite troops, I think, in Medieval 2, or at least some of the most elite. But if you flank them, if you can break their formation, they are just trash, absolute trash, because they're a halberd unit. And they're not very good for battles like this. Like, if I had them, like, holding a gate in a castle, they'd be really good. Right? Because they could just pokey poke, keep the enemy at a distance. But once you start flanking them, they just crumble. And that's what we see happening here. Like, they've destroyed my flank here. So these few units here, which have a solid-ish line, they're just gonna get... They're gonna all die. Or rout. And, like, my crossbowmen are all tired, because I don't actually know why they're tired. I mean, crossbows do take a lot of effort to reload. And they did run up here. So it makes sense that they're tired. They've been moving a lot. These guys are about to break. These guys aren't broken yet. But, like, my army's just... This is the point in the battle where my army just crumbled. And I've still got some Knights Hospitaller. Like, but they're extremely depleted. Like, there's 5 in this one, 4 in this one, 9 in this one, 6 in this one. Like, they're pretty much gone. My general has only lost, like, 3 men. Like, they've defended against every unit that's charged into them. Even, like, other generals have charged into them to get these guys held. And they're currently getting shot at, and they're fine. Like, generals' bodyguards are really good. Like, that's the whole idea. In every Total War game, I think, the general's bodyguard is really elite. Because their one job is to protect the general. The thing is, though, they're kind of useless as cavalry, because if you charge them in, you risk your general getting killed, and that's something you don't want, because your army will be more likely to break. But This is my last unit. These are my last 2 units of Swiss Guard. There's only one guy in this unit? Oh my god, he's not broken. He's just standing to attention. Like, hello. I He didn't do anything. He got sliced across the chest by a sword and he didn't care. But like, look, in close combat, he could just only hit the enemy soldier with the handle. Like, they're not good in close combat like this. Where they could easily get flanked.
By the Almighty Lord, or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
We're not getting victory from this disgrace. Like, we fought hard, but there were just too many of them. Spain is so confident they're running down retreating units. Like, a lot of them are breaking, but we're done for at this point. Like, there is no hope for my army. Oh yeah, like, look, this is what I'm talking about. Like, heavily armored units, they can get burned, they can get set on fire. Like, this guy and his horse burned to death. Like, that's what normal archers are good for against heavily armored units. They just set them on fire. Yeah, there's another one. And another one. But like, some of these corpses, I think, are scorched. Yeah, this one here is burned. There are a few more burned ones here. Yeah, archers with flaming ammo they can devastate an army. Like, the Byzantine Guard archers are some of the best archers in the game, right up there with like Scots Guard and oh jeez, what's that other archer unit? Venetian heavy archers. There we go. Like, I should have stuck with Byzantine and Holy Roman Empire, honestly, because that's a good combination. Because Byzantine infantry is really good, even though it doesn't look like it should be. Actually, we got a unit of Pavese crossbowmen over here. I don't know why they're over here. I think they routed and then they rallied here. But, like, if you just look, there's just piles of corpses. Like, this is where I had some Swiss Guard. Like, you can see the Swiss Guard in there. I think that's Swiss Guard. Like, they just slaughtered the enemy. It's actually insane how much they killed. But there were too many in the end. Let's just speed this up. No use drawing it out any further. We're just firing at their archers at this point. They're bringing their army back over. I don't know why I was even still fighting at this point. It was like at this point I was like, okay, yeah, this is over. But I tried my best to see if like maybe I can eke out a victory. Like, there's a very slim chance. No, I charged my general. There was no chance. I tried running him around to try and break the enemy, but it just no, it didn't work. Well, it did. I broke a couple units, but ultimately,
only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
honestly, I'm surprised.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away, and perhaps our chances of victory with it.
And here go my archers, because they got flanked, the general's dead, we're done for. My Knights Hospital are last units to rout, and there they go. And there's the battle. I'm actually curious, how much did the Swiss Guard kill? Wow. They took quite a bit. Like, we killed hundreds, we killed thousands, but they got us in the end, guys. So, that was the 10 subscriber special. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on Monday, because I do not record on Sundays. That's my break day. So I will see you all later.